Hello there, you guys. Welcome to another of my live videos, and today I'm just going to be officially updating you on some more current latest news now. Big breaking news now. This is regarding Luke Shaw now from Manchester United. Reportedly now, Manchester United are willing to let Luke Shaw go in January for £20 million in the process, because it's also suggested out in the press that Arsenal and Chelsea have reportedly been interested in Luke Shaw as well. So the press are reporting that Manchester United are willing to let Luke Shaw go in January for £20 million, and this is big breaking news that's just reported in the press, because we know this is Luke Shaw's fourth season now in the process with Manchester United, and he's only made 32 appearances for Manchester United, since his arrival at the club, since we paid £29 million for him from Southampton back in 2014, when he made his England international debut in 2014. And it did say the other week in the press that he fears his career could be over, Luke Shaw, after a fallout and a breakdown in relationship with Jose Mourinho, Luke Shaw as well. And we know under Jose Mourinho, basically Luke Shaw, is frustrated with the lack of game time he's currently playing, because we know he's known for injuries, and we know he's just recently recovered from long-term injury as well as Luke Shaw, and he's only played in the Carabao Cup twice this season as well as Luke Shaw, and he's probably, under Jose Mourinho, as we all know, fifth choice left back in the current process. But reportedly now Man United are willing to offload Luke Shaw for £20 million, because it has suggested out in the press that Man United have to sell before basically they can buy, and the board have suggested this out to Jose Mourinho as well in the process, because Jose Mourinho had given Luke Shaw criticism last season as well, but reportedly a few teams are interested. He did say basically in the press the other week that Man United were willing to let Luke Shaw go out on loan in January, but it's suggesting now that Man United are willing to cash in for him in January and let him go for £20 million. It's also reported that Arsenal and Chelsea have been interested in him, but I think Luke Shaw's still under contract with Manchester United until 2019, as we're all aware as well. But this is the big breaking news that has reported in the press, guys, about Luke Shaw in the current process. But Man United are reportedly willing to let him go for just £20 million, because we know he's up down to Southampton, and Luke Shaw may be even keen on reuniting with Pochettino, after they, were fantastic together at Southampton, because, he worked with Pochettino at Southampton, obviously, before Pochettino went to Tottenham Hotspur in the current process. We're reportedly saying that Arsenal and Chelsea have been interested in Luke Shaw as well in the current process, but now reportedly Man United are willing to cash in £20 million for him in January as well. But Jose Mourinho still, he spent £300 million in free transfer windows. As I said, this is his second season in the process, and basically Jose Mourinho, he's still looking to address our team. He's still looking to get quite a few players into the squad, so he'll have to look for a replacement for Luke Shaw. And we know Danny Rose could be the favourite to replace Luke Shaw at that left back position, because Danny Rose did say he was willing to turn Chelsea down to make a move to Manchester United. Luke Shaw, Danny Rose, he's been at Tottenham 10 years. He's got a contract with them until 2021, as we all said, and we know he's another player that had been injured for quite a long time. We know he criticised Tottenham for lack of investment in the window, and he also stressed out he wasn't satisfied with the wages he was receiving, and he did say basically he didn't want to play football 15 years with Tottenham and not win one trophy or one medal, and this is what Danny Rose had pronounced out. So Danny Rose, would be a favourable replacement for Luke Shaw, as we all know, in the current process. And he began his career with Leeds, and he's been at quite a lot of teams on loan as well as Danny Rose, but he could be the favourite to replace Luke Shaw if Luke Shaw goes in January as well. But I think a few teams have been interested in Luke Shaw as well in the current process. But but also, Jose Mourinho's had quite a few left backs. He's had Jordi Alba. I think he'd be fantastic, because he's got fantastic standing and his pace is very good. And I think, Kieran Turner would be very good as a replacement, because, Manchester United and Tottenham, have had a move for him, and quite a few other teams have had a move for Kieran Turner, because he's a very good bright prospect prospect at that left back position is Kieran Turner as well from Celtic. Reportedly Man United have been interested, Tottenham have been interested in him as well. Kieran Turner made his international debut in 2016. He's made 8 senior appearances for Scotland, but it may be hard to get a deal over the line for Kieran Turner, because he's just recently signed a 6-year deal, and he's risen up the Celtic youth system very well. He joined when he was 7 years old. He signed for the club at 7. You know, he made his competitive senior debut in 2015. In 2015-16, had the breakout season. You know, made over 30 appearances. Was injured during the October 2016, but for a couple of months. But he's currently now captain in Celtic. His Kieran Turner, but he'd be fantastic as a replacement for Luke Shaw as well. But as I said, Danny Rose's future is uncertain at Tottenham, so Tottenham have eyed Kieran Turner out as a possible replacement for Danny Rose as well. But I think Ryan Sessegnon, you know, would be fantastic as well. Another player that Tottenham were interested in August. Man United were also interested in Ryan Sessegnon as well. Ryan Sessegnon, very, very good indeed. He's a very, very good player. He's Ryan Sessegnon. You know, he joined Fulham in 2008. You know, he played for the under-19s, and he's been at Fulham now nearly 10 years, and he's risen up the youth system fantastically well. We know Tottenham, and I think, had a 25 million bid turned down for Ryan Sessegnon back in August. I think Fulham, if any team is to approach Fulham, you know, they may be demanding that they want £50 million for Ryan Sessegnon. As I said, he made his first team debut against Leyton Orient, as we all said, in the EFL Cup. Made his league debut against Leeds and scored his first goal against Cardiff, did Ryan Sessegnon. And also on his FA Cup debut, scored against Cardiff as well. And he's risen up the ranks fantastically well. I think he made nearly 30 appearances in all competitions last season. Scored about 6 or 7 goals, did Ryan Sessegnon as well, but he did sign a 3-year deal back in June, a 3-year professional deal back in June with Fulham as well. And I think he'd be a fantastic replacement for Luke Shaw as well, would Ryan Sessegnon in the current process. But Jose Mourinho did eye Ryan Sessegnon in the August window as well, so he would be fantastic, as we all know, because his attacking instinct's good, his defensive distribution's good. But also we know now we're demanding that we want £20 million for Luke Shaw in January. You know, we've still got, you know, Fellaini, that's coming to an end of his deal, because Jose Mourinho still wants to keep Marian Fellaini in the team, as we all know. It did say we have the option to extend Marian Fellaini's contract. We have the option to extend Marian Fellaini's contract by a year, but in the process, Jose Mourinho blocked his move to Galatasaray in August, because Jose Mourinho is still an admired player. He made a massive impact for Manchester United, you know, before he got injured. Fellaini's just recovered from injury. This is his 5th season in the process. We purchased him for just over £27 million from Everton as well. He's made over 2 century appearances now, all in all, as Marian Fellaini in the process. But Besiktas and Galatasaray reportedly being interested in Fellaini as well. So we could still see quite a few players go, because the board have basically said Jose Mourinho has to sell before he can buy. You know, we've got the rumours about Ander Herrera, you know, linked with Atletico Madrid. Even though he was on Barcelona's agenda as well, Ander Herrera, who for Spain tournaments, you know, he's at the under 20, under 21 levels. He's won tournaments for Spain. He won the Player of the Year last season as well. Made his international debut in 2016. But Man United have been in the process of trying to secure him a new deal. But if he doesn't sign a new deal, Herrera, we have the option to put an extension on his current contract, to put him under contract until 2019. But Herrera, who's nearly now made a century appearance for Man United, because we purchased him from Atletico Bilbao for £36 million in 2014. This is his 4th season in the process, and I said he does better in a 3-man midfield, does Herrera, than he does in a 2. But obviously, you know, he may be frustrated with a lack of game time he's getting, because he knows he's not preferred choice in that midfield anymore. He's Herrera. Obviously, he's been playing more, you know, with the absences of Pogba and Fellaini in that. But as I say, when Pogba and that regain full fitness, I think, you know, Herrera will fall down the pecking order. And reportedly, Atletico Madrid have reportedly been interested in Ander Herrera as well. They've been reportedly interested. And Ander Herrera may be keen on the move, but Man United may still not want to sell him, because he did win the Player of the Year last season. He was fantastic last season. His work ethic was good, created a lot of chances. But this season, when he has played, he has struggled as well as Ander Herrera. And, you know, we could still see quite a few players go in the current process. But the press are basically reporting that Man United now are willing to let Luke Shaw go in January for £20 million. It's saying Arsenal are interested in him, Chelsea are interested, because Chelsea, you know, Conte, you know, wasn't satisfied with their window. He still wants to get quite a few players in, you know, the targets that Conte missed out in the August window. But reportedly they've showed an interest in Luke Shaw. Sure to Arsenal as well have showed an interest in Luke Shaw as well in the current process. But this is coming from the media, guys, as I'm just updating you. So we could see quite a few players go, and then Jose Mourinho is going to find replacements in January, because I still think Man United need a creative winner. We need a left back to definitely replace Luke Shaw as well. And I think Jose Mourinho is still looking to address the midfield as well, as I said, in the current process. But Juan Mata, as I said, he turned a big money move down to China as well, did Juan Mata in the current process. So could he still stay at Manchester United, or could even Juan Mata go as well, because he's another player that's coming to an end of his deal at the club as well. So anyway, guys, that's everything to update today. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel if you do consider subscribing as always, and take it easy, guys, and I'll see you all later. Take care.